Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new episode of Today's Youth. And today we're delighted to be joined here live at the studio by Maysoon Ahmed. She is a student at the Faculty of Arts studying Spanish language, and she will tell us why did she choose Spanish in particular. Thank you very much for joining us, Maysoon.
Thank you.
Maysoon, tell me, why did you choose studying Spanish language in specific?
In the beginning, I was thinking of learning Spanish or German since I was studying German in school. But when I watched YouTube videos for Spanish people, I found it an interesting language, and also it's easier than German. So I decided to learn Spanish.
Right, and Spanish also is used in many countries around the world, all South America, Brazil, Argentina.
Yes.
It's a widespread language also.
Yes.
What's the future you're planning for using your studies in the Spanish language?
I want to work in tourism. I have already taken a training in tourism, and
You want to work as a tourist guide?
yes. When
you're studying Spanish right now,
Yes.
and you took another extra course in for studying tourist guiding, right?
right.
Right. Why did you choose guiding? I mean, being a tourist guide in specific.
Because I want to discover more places in
Egypt?
In Egypt, yes. And when I took this training, I found it interesting, and I want to discover more
To explore more about
Yes,
Egypt. Through taking tourists to different interesting places. Of course, Egypt has a lot of
Yes.
very beautiful touristic sites. So we have all the monuments in Luxor and Aswan. You're interested in Egyptian heritage and Egyptian monuments, definitely. We also have the beaches and the warm weather, so we have it all when it comes to tourism.
Right.
Right. Okay. You also have a trials in writing, and you wrote your novel, and you started writing in 2020, right?
Right. I started writing since I was young, but
At what age did you start writing?
when I was like 15, 16.
15, 16.
Yes.
Those were your first trials,
Right.
right? And who encouraged you at that time?
Firstly, my family encouraged me, and then my friends also encouraged me, and this was for me a huge support to continue writing. In the beginning, I started by writing in different topics, just to express myself. But then in 2020, I wrote my one short story about addiction. I chose this topic just to raise the awareness of youth through my point of view.
Right. Maysoon, we're gonna get back to you after the short break. Welcome back, and once again with my guest Maysoon. Maysoon has a very special passion in writing, and we were talking about this before the break. Maysoon, tell me, you told me that you were encouraged by your parents and your friends to start writing. What was your first novel?
My first novel was من الحياة. In this novel, my aim was to deliver or give life lessons to people, and I expected that by the end of reading this novel, people can have better thoughts, and
we'll get back to this, but we have some photos for you here if you would like to comment on.
Yes, this day when my novel was published, and my family and my friends were with me in this day.
Celebrating.
Yes.
Right. How was the celebration?
Um,
You gathered all of you together?
yes,
And,
this was the day in which I signed my book for my family and my friends.
I can see you here
Yes.
signing?
Yes.
Okay.
For me, it was one.
You were writing special dedication to everyone.
Right.
Right.
And for me, this was one of the best days of my life.
The best moments, right?
Yes, right.
And your book was published and sold around here in Egypt and in different places, outlets, in different outlets.
Yes, in Egypt, and also in other
Countries?
No, in other
Governorates, in Cairo and
right.
other governorates.
Yes.
Right. What was the feedback for your book?
I felt that I have achieved my main aim of this book. That when my family and my friends read it, it touched their hearts, and my message was delivered to them. So I felt that I have achieved something. For me, it was the biggest dream in all over my life.
The biggest gem in your life, right?
Right.
So tell me, are you planning to write other books soon?
Yes, I'm about to start writing my second novel, but I didn't decide
The topic.
specifically. Yes.
Right. Tell me more about the topic of your first book. What was the main topic?
This about this novel.
Yes, the one you published.
من الحياة.
Yeah, what was it talking about?
I tried to talk about some situations I have already faced in my life, and also some situations I have heard about. I just tried to make it real, more than being just an imagining or imagination. Just to have.
So you had actual experiences, and you gathered them together or compiled them in one book.
Yes, I tried.
You talked about personal experiences.
Yes, I tried from my little experience in life to help, even if only one person, to have a better life and not to face some things I have already faced in my life.
The book was mainly focused on addiction?
No, when I started writing, in the beginning I didn't decide to write a novel. I started by writing some short stories. The first one was about addiction.
Right.
And so when I tried to link them together into a novel,
the core became addiction.
Right.
So you wrote several short stories and you gathered them together, compiled in one book,
right,
and you linked them together in a way to become a novel.
Yes, right.
Right? Okay. Tell me, what was the feedback of the people who read your book? What did they tell you?
They told me that the way of writing the novel is easy, and it's simple to understand or to get the meaning and the message of the novel.
So it was beneficial for those who read it. It was targeting a certain segment of the society or a certain age. I mean, was it targeting youth?
Right.
It was targeting youth.
Mainly, yes.
Right. Okay, we're going to go to this short break and we'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm still with my guest, Maysoon Ahmed, and her passion for writing. Maysoon, tell me more about your passion for writing. I mean, how do you feel when you write? Do you feel satisfied? Do you feel that you're expressing your feelings through writing?
I feel like I'm expressing myself. I feel better also when I write, because sometimes we are feeling disappointed, we are feeling sad, even we are feeling happy, and we want to express this or talk about this, and not every time we have someone to talk to, so sometimes we just want to talk to ourselves and also express this. And I think that each one of us should find his own way to
express his feelings,
his own thoughts. That's it.
Right, definitely. For sure, we always advise even our children to write diaries, daily diaries, because this is very important for the psychological feeling and well-being, because when you write, you express your inner feelings, so you feel better. Even if you have feelings of happiness, of sadness, when you write them, you feel much better. That's right?
Yes.
So that was the main cause you started writing. Did you write diaries when you were young?
No.
You didn't?
No, it just started by writing in different topics.
You were good at essay writing at school?
I'm better in writing in Arabic because I feel that I can express myself more in Arabic, right.
And you definitely were good at writing essays in Arabic, I mean not in English.
Yes, in Arabic, yes.
Right. Tell me more about how do you see the future, what are your plans for the future?
One of my dreams to be famous and
as a writer.
Right.
You want to be a famous writer. Who's your role model in writing?
No.
Egyptian or international?
I don't have one specifically, but in general, one of my targets that my readings reach more people all over the world, not just in Cairo or in Egypt.
You can write your books and translate them to other languages.
Yes.
This is so easy.
Yes,
so that you can sell them internationally.
At some point, I thought in translating my novel into Spanish. But
you're planning to translate your book into Spanish?
I'm just thinking of it.
It's a very good idea.
But I don't know if I can do this, or it's so difficult for me at this point, at this moment, to translate a whole novel into Spanish.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you're planning to, maybe your book can be used as a movie, for a movie. You know, the writer of Harry Potter, when she wrote her book, she wrote it just she didn't write it to be a movie. And when they saw it, when they read it, some people told her, okay, we're going to take it, and it became international. She became one of the most famous writers worldwide.
I hope so.
Right. Tell me, how did you manage your time between writing and your studies?
I tried not to make writing affect my study. I just try to write when I'm having a free time, not in the period of exams. And in summer, I try to write more because I have a lot of time. That's it.
Right. Well, I would like to thank you very much, and all the best of luck to you, Maysoon.
Thank you.
And dear viewers, that brings us to the end of this edition of Today's Youth. Don't forget to join us next week, same time. Till then, goodbye.